Hey guys, this is Pohdoh here, and this time I'm just gonna be giving my brief commentary of the update, how I think it went overall. Since we pretty much gone through all the events now, we went through the Halloween and the Valentines event now. And then the new updates oncoming. It should be coming within 3 weeks on average, maybe probably 2 weeks, and at the very latest a month. But you know, the new updates coming up, we already have news about it. I'll post that on my channel as soon as it gets a substantial amount. Other than that, I'm just here to briefly review this game, tell you guys how I think about it, how I think it went overall. Since this update is not, you can't tell how the update is at the very beginning, you have to wait it out. So anyways, update 2.8.1, what did it introduce? This was a third Christmas update, and ultimately all the events were really disappointing. The Valentine's event was actually better than the Christmas event because at least it wasn't so disappointing. The Christmas event, there was no farmable chickens, there was a sock glitch. The new world bosses were pretty bland because they were like seemingly impossible to do unless you had max emblem or rune res. There was really no reasonable strategy to tank it. Besides everyone dying again and again and again. And that made it really boring because it pretty much made it so that, it wasn't worth farming them. And it wasn't even in the PvP zones, we couldn't even have good wars on them, or good PvP battles. So, the PvP side is Christmas updates are normally supposed to be PvP updates, world PvP updates, but this time it just didn't deliver. It was pretty boring. It was pretty lame. They reintroduced the old Christmas bosses, except like, why would you do them? Like, it just has tier 3 again, and not to mention they didn't even give that great of rewards anyways, and they're very easy to exploit as well, since they were so old and they were so easy to do. And then let's see, a couple other changes that they added. The new arena queue. I thought it would be an okay idea, however it quickly became apparent that it was a really shitty idea on their part, because it just shows they weren't really aware of how small the community is and how small the community has become, mainly because of the massive amount of pay to win they've been doing lately. And speaking of pay to win, tier 4, 30 epoch for tier 4. Why? Well, I mean, that's a rhetorical question. I know why, because they want to make more money and they want to, monetize this game even more. But like, why? That was like the nail in the coffin. Why I don't like this update is because like they didn't introduce anything new. Like the new tier 4 concept is the exact same thing as tier 3, and tier 3 was the exact same thing as tier 2. And tier 2 was the last time these last armor sets actually became innovative. Like why? Why did they do this? Like why? This almost single-handedly ruined the update. This and the PvP queue. It just made everything so boring. It made PvE, so non-worthwhile, since all you do is you just go through AGL and farm souls and epoch for 600 days in a row. And then you do IDL for your blue gear, and then the new epics are pretty shitty as well. They look alright, they look better than the old epics, but like still, like their stats are pretty bad as well. There's no like incentive to getting them. There's no new epoch, there's no new essences, there's no new quests for it. It's just so disappointing. It just shows their laziness. They really didn't think this through. They really didn't put any effort into this. It just felt like a copy and paste, really. From tier 2 days. And like tier 2 days, it worked the first time because it was kind of new and you can kind of earn it, but this time like 30 epoch, like reasonably it's very difficult to earn it unless you tab farm AGL, which is equally as boring. So see, the Valentine's event was actually pretty good. I actually didn't mind it at all, but keep in mind, Valentine's events, they're not meant to be good. They're just kind of meant to be, a side quest. The Christmas quests are supposed to be the big thing, the big deal. And during Christmas, there was so many people online. The game was so active just because of the chicken quest, just because of world PvP. But now it's so empty. A lot of people are pondering quitting already. So me personally, this is like what you see here is the first time I've logged on in like 2 weeks plus. Not only because of midterms, but because I didn't really feel like logging on. And I'm not one to log on unless I'm willing to have fun. So if I'm not logging on, that means I'm not having fun with the game. Just as simple. Even if I'm busy, I'll make time for Order&Chaos if I feel like it's worth my time. But lately it just hasn't felt like it's worth my time. Maybe the next update will change this, but no new mage tree new mage tree isn't coming out next update. It looks like the third talent tree isn't coming out next update either. So I don't know guys. So anyways, S3 update, that was like a solid 8 out of 10. Halloween update, that was a solid 9 out of 10. This update is a very solid 5.5 out of 10. Yep, it's a 5.5 out of 10. It just didn't introduce anything new. It was very disappointing. It added new class imbalances, which I haven't even talked about yet, how they made DPS warriors so insanely overpowered. There was some cool nifty things such as sins and tanks being somewhat relevant again, but that's not because they changed anything, that's just because the gear got better. And even then, DPS warriors are so overpowered in 2s. I mean, they're so dominant in 2s. Yes, you can't beat them, however, they just have such an advantage, which is really a shame because they're a very skillful class. They're probably one of the few skillful classes in this game, but you really don't need to be that skillful to do great with DPS warriors just because they're so insanely overpowered. And then, let's see, future class imbalances, very disappointing Christmas event. It's okay Valentine's event, you know, they introduced bad queue system, a bunch of different bugs. There's already been a vanity hack, that's why people have been getting banned for 5 years. Then there was also the sock glitch, which, you know, people found out within like the first 24 hours of the event. And just overall, it just felt like a very subpar update. So anyways, 5.5 out of 10. Anyways, feel free to PM me in game. I'll try to reply to all of them if possible. If I miss one, then I'm sorry. It just means I'm really busy and I can't reply to everyone. And overall, I've been playing this game a little bit now, but it's kind of like just to meet people, just to talk to buddies, not really to play the game. So anyways, hopefully within the next few days I'll have an update video coming out where I'll talk about the new trees for the next update. I'm trying to wait it out so I can get enough information to make a full video and do a full analysis. So yeah, this is Pohdoh here. Subscribe. Tell me guys if you agree, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.